Hi, everybody. Welcome to week 2. I have really enjoyed having an opportunity to chat with you all one-on-one. If we haven't met yet, I look forward to meeting you soon. I wanted to send a quick video as you move into your first design sprint. So this week and next week are going to comprise the first step in the empathy process here, which is interviewing. We want to really understand some of the pain points, the personas, the perspectives, the feelings that individuals experience when thinking about your general problem or opportunity. Now, I'm going to give you a few tips as you get started this week. One is reach out to try to coordinate these interviews as early as possible. We have 2 weeks for each design sprint, which seems like a long time, but it's going to come and go very quickly. So if you can upfront, try to coordinate at least 2 interviews. I would suggest doing more. Now, you're going to want to try to um, set up interviews not only with the end user, this is going to vary depending on what you're looking at. But for example, if you are working on an opportunity or problem within your organization, maybe it pertains to a particular department and impacts a group of people. Those are certainly the folks that you want to start interviewing. But there may be other individuals that touch that process in a different way who also have a really important perspective and view of the problem and or opportunity. When you start having these conversations, I've included some tips in terms of starting off the conversations. And don't worry if you make mistakes. The whole point of this class is to get started, try, iterate, improve. It's messy, but that's where the true learning is going to happen. So don't worry if you start off and your first interview isn't as crisp or clean, or maybe you ask some leading questions. Just knowing that you did that will put you in a better position to have a deeper conversation with the next person. So don't worry about it. But when possible, go into these interviews really open. Take time to know more about the person you're speaking with, just like we did in our own personas. What makes them tick? What do they love to do outside of work? Try not to keep this conversation solely focused on the opportunity at hand. Try to take some time to really understand who this person is, what they value, the things that they're excited about, their aspirations. All of that will also give you, it'll give you more context as you start to understand and refine your understanding of the problem. So this week we're going to talk about ethnographic research, which is really looking at cultural, societal expectations, and how that influences what people do. And so then we're going to take that a step further, understanding the context in which this is occurring, right? What are some of those cultural norms, behaviors that we see very, a lot? As we start to understand culturally kind of what some of those expectations are and what's happening, then we want to take it a step further. And again, we want to go down to that individual level to say, okay, what makes you tick? What are your pain points and frustrations? What lights you up? And really start getting to these. Ask a lot of cases when we're doing some of these interviews, especially if you're interviewing somebody at work, is inherently going to want to be able to have a great talk track that helps demonstrate what a great employee they are, right? They're going to hit if, again, it totally depends on who you're talking to, but if you are doing something within your own organization, people are going to feel this, just again, this natural sense where they want to present themselves as somebody who cares, who does a good job. Try to go even deeper than that, right? Try to, when possible, get them off the top, the talk track and ask them questions that maybe they haven't been asked before about something random, right? That's going to open people up. And if you can find that you ask a question that really makes somebody stop and think, that's a good indicator that you're moving in the right direction. It's going to open them up and help them have a more honest conversation with you. And that's exactly what you want. As you have this conversation, you can start to narrow in and ask questions that pertain more to your specific problem or opportunity. But wait, let that conversation naturally get there because you don't want to miss out on another pain point that might lead you in another direction. If you jump right to what it is you're working on and right to the problem you believe exists, that's exactly where they're going to go, right? That is a very convergent approach to this, and we want to stay really wide. In terms of your next steps in Miro and pulling this all together. So we want to start crafting personas for the folks that you're going to be interviewing and eventually observing. Now, a key point here is do not use names and organizations or titles or anything that could identify the person that you're actually interviewing. What you want to do instead, and what we always do with personas, and give a fake name. You can provide some background that actually aligns with the person that you're interviewing, in terms of the things they say and feel and do. You want that to represent the actual person that you met with. But what you'll start to find is that a persona does not always represent one person. As you start to interview more individuals, you are going to have a persona maybe for a group of individuals, and then you'll have a persona for another group of individuals. And you might have multiple personas eventually that are all going to have very unique points of view on the particular problem or opportunity. And that's exactly what you want. So in this next deliverable here, which is still 2 weeks out, what I'll be looking for is you to craft these personas, pull in an empathy map if you want. We'll keep talking through this and refine our understanding of it throughout the course of the semester. But I think you have enough information in the text, and you can online and within Brightspace, that you can start to pull together these empathy maps. And again, this is all going to be content and information that we're going to use to take the next step when we go and observe and actually see if what we observe aligns with what these individuals were telling us. As always, if you have any questions, let me know. I look forward to working with you all, and I will be making groups shortly. I'll try to align them based on interests and backgrounds and things like that, but it'll be nice to have an opportunity to have some small group sessions where we can talk through this together. I am already floored at the work everybody's been doing in Miro. I'm practicing along with you, and am working on this for a separate project, so I really appreciate seeing everything that you've all put into this first assignment here, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what you come up with in this first design sprint. Talk soon.